Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz with me, Ranks here. And today we'll be continuing showing you the replays that I've had in the T-54 as promised that I've said from the previous video. But before that, let me summarize the T-54 if you haven't seen that previous video that I've made about this tank. This thing is a very capable tier 9 medium tank. Uh, it's almost like a jack of all trades but master of none. Because it has very good mobility. It has also effective armor, and also it has a very nice gun for its tier. And also, uh, but with that also, there's also some downsides. One of the downsides is because one of the downsides of the tank is that it has only 5 degrees of gun depression, which can limit its uses from of hold down positions, and also it has a really annoying weak spot in the form of that bulge over there on the side of the hull, just under the turret. But anyway, that's all there is to it, and the tank is basically just a very good tank, and also. Uh, it's a really nice. It also looks sexy. I think. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Anyway, uh, let's watch some replays, shall we? Now the first replay will be, uh, where is it? Ah, there it is. First replay that we will be seeing today will be in Desert Sands, and this is an encounter battle, and it's basically just it's mostly a tier, or should I say, it's a tier 9 battle, but mostly with the team mostly made out of the tier 8s. Now what to do, just wait until the replay fully loads, and there we go. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm in my T-54, and I'm using the D10T2C gun, or the Idiot 2C gun, which means that I will have greater firepower in the form of or in the form of um, being able to fire more shots, and also uh, be able to hit more of the enemy sweet spot because of its accuracy. But the downside of the gun is that it has very low shell penetration. And speaking of enemy tanks, looks like our T-49 has spotted the first enemy tank in the form of the Type 59, and it seems that he's alone, but I tried to go around to this side to make sure that our flanks are secured, and as you can see, there appears to be no enemy tanks that are trying to flank us, so I push a little bit forward to get around the Type 59 and engage him, and it looks like he's too busy dealing with, or should I say, making sure that the tanks on my team don't push that side. But unfortunately for him, I get around him, and I'm able to engage him on his weak side and rear armor. And he's not even trying to engage me. He's just busy with the tanks that's just in his immediate front. And there he goes. As you can see, now our team has spotted the enemy T-44, not T-54, the enemy T-44 and the T-49, and oh dear, that's an enemy Ag Tiger. Shouldn't really be in front of it, so I back up. He appears that I damage his engine, but he repairs it. So I hit him again at the lower plate, because that's basically the weak spot of the Ag Tiger. And also, the Ag Tiger kinda gets easily damaged from the engine if you just shoot it at the lower plate, because it has a transmission drive that is located at the front of the tank. Anyway, as you can see here, there's the really bad gun depression, but luckily I'm still able to shoot at the side of the turret of the Tiger 2, which allows me to shoot him and damage him. Now I try to use the terrain here, and I hit the Tiger 2 again, but I don't get a kill. My teammate gets that. Now again, I made a shot from the Yag Tiger, hit him again at the lower plate, as you can see here. And I try to maybe get a shot at his upper plate, but nope. Or somewhere around the upper casemate, but nope, no joy. So he gets to shoot me one more time because I hesitated to shoot him anywhere but the lower plate. But my teammate takes him out. Unfortunately, our T-49 gets taken by the enemy T-49, but I do avenge him quickly by taking out the enemy's T-49. Now I push forward towards the middle of the map, see here, and I try to engage this enemy Waffenträger because he's low health and he's definitely a one-shot. Fortunately, my high explosive round just misses, and because of that, the Waffenträger was able to take out our ISU-152. Now, the enemy T-44 takes out our KPZ-70 over there, and now all that's left is me and a couple of two tier 8 medium tanks versus E-75, an enemy T-44 who's basically full health and a one-shot Waffenträger. Now I don't want to be shot by the Waffenträger or even the E-75 because it can take out most of my health. But the E-75 won't be able to take me out entirely with one shot. But the Waffenträger can have a 50-50 chance of taking me out completely. So I try to hit him with another heat round, but unfortunately it just misses and hits the ground. Luckily, the Indian Panzer was able to take him out. Now I do get a bit nervous here because I don't know where the enemy Waffenträger is at. He could be trying to flank us over at that side, over at where I'm facing, but luckily the Indian Panzer spots him, and it appears that he's still over, or I don't know where that is, but he's over there. He's still over there. And the enemy T-44 has also been spotted. It's again mostly full health. Try to flank around. Oh, luckily for me, the Waffenträger wasn't really aiming for that spot yet, and I take him out with one shot. Now I move up to engage the T-44. I side strafe, and there you go. There's the side armor for this thing. Really effective at shrugging off most of the enemy shells. Now I derp a shot over to and completely miss the enemy T-44, but luckily I have way better rate of fire than him. And also, he's only using the 122mm. Really good alpha, but really bad penetration characteristics. And also, there we go. There's the match. I took him out for a total of 4,724 damage, and also a really nice credit income. And that's because I finally get an Ace Master at this tank, or should I say for this tank. Also, I also get the Top Gun. I almost said Top Caliber, but the Top Gun. Yes, the Top Gun and the High Caliber for that 4,724 damage that you can see here, top of the team when it comes to damage dealt, XP, and also kills. And I also get the Radley Walters medal for taking out 5 enemy tanks. Excuse me for that. Excuse me. And yeah, that was a really nice match, but that wasn't the best match I've had in this thing, because now we will be heading to the cream of the crop, the best of the best, if I should say so myself. And it's this one. Now again, this is a tier 9, top tier 9 battle, but with mostly tier 8s in this match. Again, I'm in my T-54, but this time this is a Supremacy battle in Normandy. Now Supremacy is different from Encounter battle, because Encounter you have to in order to win, you either have to take out all of the enemy tanks or capture the base in the middle of the map. But as you can see here, in Supremacy it doesn't go like that. To win a Supremacy battle, you either have to take out most of the enemy tanks or have the most points by the end of the battle, or the first team that gets 1,000 wins the match. So yeah, I really don't like this game mode, but you know what, it's not like that I've hated. It's just most of the time the team just kind of whittles away before anything good happens in the map. And anyway, I captured the closest flag that is in this map, and that is flag D. And now I see that the enemies are trying to cap point C, and they have already successfully capped point A. Now I see the enemy ST1, and I can't even penetrate them with the standard shell, so I load a heat round, and luckily it does penetrate and damage, and it also resets the cap. Now I see that the enemy AT is over there also, but I don't want to push around because I don't know where the rest of the enemy tanks are. And it appears that some of them have tried to flank us around, or should I say, one of them is trying to flank us. So I head to the rear to try to support the friendly tanks and dealing with the enemy on our flanks. But unfortunately, there's actually more tanks. It's basically the rest of the enemy team who's on this side of the flank. Now I take a shot at the enemy buffet trigger, and I do get a damaging hit. And I also damaged the enemy T-49 there for a very nice damage roll, 343. Now that's a really good damage roll considering this thing has a damage or average damage roll of 310. But unfortunately, our Object 704 gets taken out, and also I leave the BK. Although it might have been a bad decision for him to be staying there. He should have pulled back or at least try to pull back to where the team can mostly support him. So he just gets taken out easily by those enemy tanks that were pushing up. Now, I see that the enemy are trying to win by getting more points. So I cap point C so that we still have some points coming towards our victor. Unfortunately, I missed that shot, which would have been a resetting shot on the 59 pattern, but this is where the armor of this thing is really nice. See, that's as you can see there, I bounced one shell from the 59 pattern, and I even deal damage to him. Again, poke out, deal damage. He's not even firing yet. I think he hasn't. Oh, here we go. Try to angle there, and good thing I angled pretty nice there, so that means his shell just bounced off. Now I hit him again, and this time that damage, since he repaired his tracks from being disabled earlier, that means that his will stay there for quite some time, and I take him out. Unfortunately, and I think that because I noticed that the buffet trigger was a one shot, which allows and I just go for him, which allows the T-49 to get a shot behind me. Now he tries to ram me for some weird reason, and I can easily win it as a T-49, especially with that low health. Now, if you haven't looked at how much kills I've had, that was my 5th kill. I'll make that my 6th kill now. Take out the KV-4, and now all that's left is the enemy KV-70. As you can see, he's not even trying to shoot me because he sees that Yak Panther and he's thinking that, oh, you're mine, but oh, not today, mister. And that is actually the 7th kill and last kill for the game, which means that I finally get a Rezainai Heroes Medal. Well, actually, this is my 2nd Rezainai. My first Rezainai was in a tier 5 tank, but I'll make a video about that also. But anyway, another ace tanker because, you know, it was a 5,000 damage game, and also it was a game where I took out or not most, I took out all of the enemy tanks, although with a little help from my team of damaging them. So again, another top gun, another high caliber, but the little difference is this thing, the Rezena Heroes medal, which is a really, really tough medal to obtain in World of Tanks, because in order to get this, you have to take out all of the enemy tanks on the enemy team. So yeah, I finally beat World of Tanks, I guess, since I got this medal. But anyway, as you can see here, top of the team when it comes to damage done, and also experience, and also top and team when it comes to enemy vehicles destroyed. So yeah, that was all of the that was both of the replays that I wanted to feature this thing. With this thing on, so or not this thing on, with this tank, what I meant. And yeah, as you can see, it's a very capable tank, and it's a really nice tank to have in your garage. So also, I'm gonna keep this thing because obviously it's a really nice tank. So anyway, that's all for today, and as always, I've been Rags here. Take care and stay safe out there, everyone. And also, peace.